Welcome back to our channel. So mental health issues are a big issue in med school, by the way, and like every year someone commits suicide here in UON. I'm not sure this year I think last year somebody committed suicide, and even recently someone in KU medical school also did the same. So like people have been asking like what are these challenges, but no one has really had the space to talk about it. And so AMSUN is a professional student body, so it's set aside a mental health symposium day where it will just create a safe space for people to hear about other people's experiences, share our struggles, and have a group of panelists just talk to us and advise us on how to deal with our challenges in med school. Even the whole day was set aside by the dean for everyone to attend, but some people still did not attend. As in, by the way, what's the problem? We did not attend that day. Just why? Me kuna mtu aliniambia they thought to be more psychiatry lectures. I was just like, okay, but really? Generally there are just people who care about things and there are people who don't. So. Anyway, so I encourage you, if such things happen, you learn so much. And you know the beauty is these psychiatrists who were invited were like they're psychiatrists, so they had gone through medical school at a point. So even when they were talking, it was not 80 lectures, it was personal stories. My experience, me venye nilikuwa med school, really hivi na hivi. So next time, make a point of changing your mind about such things. Anyway, guys, clearly this video is not from that day. Yeah. We were like, oh, we need to take an intro video. Like, okay, fine. Let's wait for the sun. Okay, fine. Hey, the next thing, we were late for a reason. We'll so by the time we came in, we could not do the intro video before the walk started because we were already running after people. Yeah. And then time just flew. Yeah. And by the time we were like, let's do it. Like, it was like sunset. And we're like, we missed that. And we're like, okay, fine. Maybe we can just recreate it. But we changed our hairs and everything. Was like, hatuwezi danganya watu hivyo. Anyway, so guys, let's show you what happened that day.
Gambling, mental health. Ulevi, mental health. Pombe, mental health. Sumu, mental health.
Suicide, anxiety, depression, substance abuse, burnout, MBCHB,
mental health,
IMED,
mental health,
patho,
mental health.
ndio hivyo.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, I believe I'm talking to many or most of my students here. But psychiatric illness, which we actually define it as mental illness, is just a manifestation of abnormal behavior, either in physical disturbance or emotional disturbance, that we actually say is uncharacteristic. There's what we say this is normal, and there's what we say this is abnormal, and this is manifested by actually a physical disturbance in behavior or emotional, and actually the whole aspect of mental disturbances. Yes.
Awesome, asante sana. Now, you can share with us what is depression and what difference does it draw compared to just having a bad day?
DSM-5 comes in. So depression is that persistent feeling of feeling like helpless, like life is worthless, like life has no meaning. And how does it manifest? It actually manifests when you find somebody can actually verbalize that I don't see the meaning of this life. I don't feel like. They actually say, I don't feel like living. I'm tired. Then it's they sleep a lot. Sometimes you sleep too little. Sometimes you eat a lot. Sometimes you don't eat. So basically, that's how depression manifests. And
To some of the other panelists, and still on the same topic, and they mentioned something about anhedonia. Perhaps you can tell us more about that and what role it plays compared to, or rather, in the life of a person with depression.
When we talk about depression, it's a word that all of us misuse quite a lot. Like, class in my bounce, I'm very depressed.
That is a
I'm very depressed, oh my god, this is horrible. Or for those nice little divas around here, when your nail chips a little bit, you're like, oh my god, no, this is a big mess, I am so depressed. But then depression is not that. Depression is, it's not just about what you feel. Depression has so many symptomatological factors, some of which are in the DSM, some of which are not in the DSM. Anhedonia is one of those, although it's captured in the DSM, but not to the degree of which the person feels. Anhedonia is this sense of feeling that you have no motivation, you have no energy, you cannot enjoy the things that you used to enjoy before. You just feel like you can't. There's nothing at all for you at that moment in time. You feel very low. You feel zero motivation whatsoever. Even for me trying to be very funny here and cracking a joke, someone who is experiencing very elevated levels of depression will be like, oh, okay, you're trying. Cheerio. But then you see, the thing is, this person is not doing that because of what they want. It's not your choice per se. It's how you feel, and it's what the depression is making you feel at that moment. So it not only just works on the emotional component, but also the cognitive component, where you have very horrible thoughts. You're not able to remember things. You're not able to, concentrate. You can't do anything, and because you can't do these things, and on a good day you'd be able to, then that just makes you feel worse.
Awesome, asante sana. And while we were researching, you can go to Sylvia. While we were researching for this talk, I stumbled upon some lyrics of a poem. Some people will call it hip hop, but I think it's a poem. Anyone know Ghetto Boys? Mind is playing tricks on me. And he explains, or rather the poet explains that at night I can't sleep, I toss and turn. I'll have to edit it a bit. So a few words here and there. At night I can't sleep, I toss and turn. It's like I start sweating and blood starts coming out my nose. It's like somebody's watching me, but I don't know who it is. I'm watching my back. And he moves on to explain about anxiety.
The dean has said you need to be versatile and balanced. Aditi is taking this very seriously. She runs an Instagram handle called Spice Switcher Scribble. Spice, she cooks. She's an excellent cook. Switcher, I think she wants to be a surgeon. And Scribble, she writes a lot, and she writes really great poems. So this one, I'm not sure what it's called, but I'll just dive right into it. When I told you that I had a fracture, for a car had knocked me down, you did not question me. How exactly had I been standing? Why is it I fell? Where precisely did the car hit me? What speed had it been doing? Basically, could my bone really have broken? You silently took me to the doctor, and I knew that you had no doubt. Yes. When I told you that I burnt my hand for I touched a hot saucepan, you did not question me. How exactly had I touched the pan? Why did I hit it? What had been cooking on the stove? To what degree Celsius had it been heated? Basically, could my skin really have charred? You quietly offered me an ice pack, and I knew that you trusted me. Yes. When I told you that I'd cut my hand, nicked myself while chopping fruit, you didn't question me. How specifically had I held the knife? Why had I been cutting fruit? What was the angle of the blade? How sharp had been its edge? Basically, could my hand really have bled? You wordlessly bandaged up my wounds, and I knew that you believed me. Yes. But when I told you that the world had turned black, that I couldn't smile, that I couldn't breathe, your questions just wouldn't cease. What specifically had happened to me? Was it all really that bad? Surely, this was just all in my head. Had I tried to just be happy? Basically, could my mind truly be ailing? This time, it was me who did not speak. Your questions had said enough. No. Why not? Thank you.
Let's give a round of applause to Aditi as well. Aditi, this time. That is the point.
Hi guys, I'm Aditi Vakil. I'm the poet who wrote the piece that Mokera just performed. It's a piece I wrote because I wanted to illustrate that mental illness is just as valid and just as real as other illnesses. Just because we can see fractures and cuts and we believe that they're there and we can't see mental health, like mental problems, that doesn't mean they're not as valid. Check on your friends, look out for signs and symptoms because they're there. And when someone tells you that there is a problem, believe them.
If you score above 6 in any of these 36, that means you have suicidal ideations. Now this is interesting. 49 of us out of the 167 did have that score.
Hi guys, my name is Prab. I'm a fourth year medical student. So a group of my colleagues in Research Club, we carried out a survey to show the level of depression in medical students in the University of Nairobi. So we found out that like 16.6% of us usually are sad or we feel low all the time. Also like more than 50% of us are usually restless. And there were so many questions that we asked and it was all these outcomes were attributed to being a medical student, which is really sad and questionable because like we started this liking the career and we are being sad because of it. That doesn't make sense. So my advice is let's start talking to each other. Let's open up about it. This stigma of being sad and oh you can handle it, let's stop that. Thank you.
from our vlog, you've seen how eventful our day was. We learned so much and people shared so many experiences and they were so moving. People shared how they almost killed themselves. Some people quit med school to come back, as in there was so much.
Yeah, and like hearing people's personal stories make it real. You know, sometimes you talk about it in theories.
It could be
they
you.
wrote memes, but like it's usually just a distant issue.
Yeah.
And then we also learned that the university actually offers mental health services, which most of us were completely unaware. There's a counselor in every campus who actually gives sessions, and they are free, and you can have somebody to unload your baggage on, so don't waste that opportunity. And then if you need referral, there's a mental health unit in main campus near the staff clinic, and they have a whole group of psychiatrists who can help you.
Yeah, so the points of focus for today's discussion was depression, suicide, gambling, and addiction. And in our video next week, we're going to focus on depression and suicide and how this affect us personally as med students, like from our basic experiences, owning it. So guys, don't forget that it's okay not to be okay,
and skin
scars matter,
and let's talk.
Anyway, don't forget to share this video with your friends, subscribe to our channel, give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and give it a comment, of course, letting us know why you enjoyed it and what you would like to see from med school.
Until next time.